Hello, I'm Hugh Townley, aka Pig. No. Hello. So, you've seen the thumbnail. I have a little problem. Now, in the Small Notebooks video, I said that I've stopped buying them. But I bought them when I didn't need them, and I kept on saying, oh, I'll definitely use that for something, or I'll use that, or I might not use that now, but in the future. I have no excuse when it comes to my big notebooks. Absolutely no excuse. But let's get into them. And we're going to start with the best example of what I would call a completely naughty purchase. So, when I worked at that internet place, one of the guys who worked there was an ex-Signals, and he had a load of stuff he gave me, not only just a kukri, but also a fucking awesome Magma huge tool bag. Oh yeah, if anyone knows, there's any one problem, in my room, typically there's no moisture problems, but then all of a sudden one day, one of these zips got absolutely horrifically corroded, and it does not move. To be fair, I haven't tried anything, I haven't put any vinegar in it or anything. Anyway, so in here, in the top rung, because this bag really is wonderful for keeping stationery and stuff, and right, here we go. We begin. We would begin if I hadn't somehow lost one of them. Get out! Get out! Okay. So, this one, we're going to start with where it all began. This is my first ever... Actually, we'll get this out of the way. Sorry. Come on, Magma. There we go. Too much shit. Right, this is my first ever project book. And I remember getting this when I was about, let's say, 2012 or maybe 13. It was at the height of Minecraft YouTubers. I never watched many, but I did watch lots of gaming YouTubers. So I used a lot of Nerd Cubes. And it was so weird suddenly seeing him when I started getting into Ashen's content, and it turns out they were good friends. I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, so I wrote videos on one of these. I didn't write anything. Nothing. And not in like a, I completely forgot. I would get this out, I would stare at it, and I would do nothing. Which is just a shame. And that's a remnant from another attempt, voice acting. Anyway, no, these are absolutely wonderful because you've got your document slips there. And then you've got your perforated for pulling out little lines, as usual. Perfect. I absolutely love these. However, I am planning to use most of these for when I go to that music production school in Manchester, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, a really nice start and a quintessential example of what a proper project notebook this should be. And I think I got this very cheaply. I think I got it, I remember. It's because the farm that we live on used to be a visitor farm, and so of course Mum and Dad ordered me one from the tax-free business stationery group. Right, okay. Viking, that's the group they used. What do I mean by group? I mean company. Right, so we're going to move on to a charity shop one now. I got one of these in a charity shop in Kendal. A proper Oxford notebook. Now, the Oxford brand are, they're very good, but at the same time, usually very pricey, and sometimes the price is not worth what you get. But I'd say this was very nice. I mean, this looks like an I was about to say airplane. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean aeroplane safety manual, an EasyJet. So you've got really nicely organised lines on the paper. You've got ring folder things, and in the corner, these separators you can pull out and put in another notebook. I don't know if you can just quite see that, but they are not. So you can see there. You can pull them out and put them in other places, and that's really useful. So yeah, really nice. Really nice. It's different to see a hard notebook. No, it's not. Oh my god, it's harder than you'd think trying to... It's not about thinking of things to say, but rather when you're holding it, talking about them. Because most of the time you think, oh, I know what to say. And then you do say things that you mean, but it comes out in a way that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so when we pulled this bag out, I said the naughty, inappropriate, as in like, not inappropriate, as in I really shouldn't have bought it. There is no excuse. Uh-oh. I've just realised I haven't plugged the microphone into my video camera, which is the mistake I made last time. One moment... Oh, no, big Clive time. One moment, please. Right, we are back with my Zoom H6 providing audio. So, what was my inexcusable purchase? So, I went into the Lancaster Oxfam, and I saw this bundle of 6 notebooks, all perfectly shrink wrapped together, with all of the packaging in French. And here they are. So they're big. I think they're about bigger than, just a little bit bigger than A4. They're each 96 pages long by a company called Squeeze, and they are essentially, well, it says here 96 pages, 24 by 32 centimeters, Grands Cariacs, so that's going to be Grand Carreau? I have no idea, I do apologise. I think these are, I've never actually looked into it, but these are for stock taking or money, I believe, but I'm not sure. So you've got the one big line on the side, you've got squares, but also loads of individual small blue lines in between the purple squares. I'm pretty sure that is for stock taking and business numbers and stuff like that. But yes, they are remarkably very visually pleasant things, I find. Well, sort of. The image that they've used is just of some kind of rock texture that's been upscaled about 5,000 times with a slight thingy. So if I pull this out a bit. Now, the reason why I said this is inexcusable is because, of course, I don't need these, and I mean, look, they're not even that good for drawing, and writing-wise, they don't have a particularly nice, writing bed, for lack of a better term. But just, yeah, do you see what I mean? Like, even now, when I'm showing it to everyone who might see this video, I cannot actually say, but I'm glad I bought them. No, they're pleasant things, but very much in just a collector, look at what I've got kind of way. Again, I will hope to use them one day, but I think pretty much I will just try and hawk these off on whoever wants one. I think I'll keep one of the blue ones, though. The blue ones are very satisfying. Right, we'll put that aside. Okay, so now we're going to go into a couple of miscellaneous ones before we go into the big... Ooh. Oh, bugger, I've just realised you can see them off camera. Whoopsies. Well, we'll be going... Let's move the camera back to where it absolutely should be. There we go. Well, we'll do those. Then we'll do miscellaneous. So, one of the things that I couldn't figure out was how I wanted to store them. And most of the time, I just tried to keep them on my shelves or in my wardrobe, until I discovered, of course, that you can just buy box files. And on each of these is different types. So let's have a look. So this one's my favourite. I got this, and this was another charity shop find. This was 20p. This was 20p in Save the Children in Kendal. Bloody brilliant. Ryman's purple. That's all you need. So, what's in here? Let's have a look. Here, in this purple one, I have put my favourite, so to speak, which is the ones that are the most useful. So, lined. So here we go. Here, this one I got in the Age UK, in Carnforth. Student's Notebook by Silverline. Just very pleasing. Just lined with 4 folder hole punch lines. Very nice. But the most interesting with this one is it has an old label for the Carnforth bookshop. So that never left Carnforth, and it ended up on the other side of the street, which I think is actually really funny. Right. Oh no, this one is absolutely glorious. Tesco Value ruled with margin refill pad, 2-hole punch, 160 A4 sheets, and it was $1.49 in a charity shop. I mean, I can't remember which one I got this in, but when I saw this, I was like, oh yes. Now, the reason being for that is I actually much prefer refill pads over notebooks specifically, because they are much more useful for what I actually do most of the time, which is writing down ideas, video ideas, writing ideas, art concepts, and just writing in general, and then putting those sheets in folders or just stapling them together. But yeah, these pads are so satisfying, and the thing that makes me so happy about these type of things, and the reason why I had to stop collecting them, is because it is the allure of potential. It's the excitement of new materials and thinking like, oh, what can I do with this? What am I going to end up doing with this? Oh, how wonderful, now I've got this sitting around and I don't need to worry about having stuff, which of course is, it's not procrastination, but it's a similar problem. Anyway, so after that is another A4 refill pad, but with a very interesting, again, older design. And sure enough, it's just a very pleasant little refill pad. That's all it is. Right, now this one is actually a little bit precious. So when I realised, when I'd been accepted into my Manchester Music School, to be clear, it might all go poo-poo up. So if I watch this video, in the comments I will hopefully have posted whether or not I went there, but you'll know because I've probably made a video or something. Anyway, we went there to just look around the city a bit and to see where my college was. So I went into a charity shop and I was looking, loads of interesting stuff, but nothing, no stationery. Bam! Wilko A4 graph refill pad. But here's the thing, normally when I see a refill pad, when I see a graph, I'm expecting small squares. No, it's European sized style squares, our physics and chemistry book style. So yeah, great, absolutely fantastic, because I find these very useful for writing stuff that I want to change the font size of, to lack of a better term. Right, so, okay, so we get to the bottom now, and we're going a little bit back into just a little tiny bit of inexcusable territory, and that is I have a load of A4 classic English exercise, British exercise style books. We've got some brand new brown ones here from, I actually can't see the company, and then some really classic ones here, which of course are just like this. Semi-grey lines, red line down the left. Again, all I can dream of is using these for individual projects. And because of my terrible ADHD procrastination, that hasn't happened yet. But it's the type of thing that I do want to make happen, and we'll see. We will see. In fact, I'm going to do something very naughty, and no, we're not going to get trapped in the reorganising thing. I'm going to put these all back in so we can carry on with this video and look at everything else. We will look at everything else. There we go. Very satisfying box. Again, let's look at the colour, look at the texture. I really, this actual texture that you're seeing with the reflection, it's fine, but I really like this nice, bright, deep purple. Right, I'll put that down there. Right, now we're moving on to more European exercise books. Oh, come on. There we go. Right, so these I bought in the Swiss charity shops the last time I was there. Volunteering at GAOS, the Geneva Amateur Operatic Society. Really, really good time. Excellent to work with everyone there. So, let's have a look at what I got. Here, this 96 page, again, squared, which I've now discovered, squared exercise book. This was 3 Swiss francs, and I love this 2000s graphic design. And even better is, I love it when European stuff has English on it for some reason. Sign your life. Yes, sign your life away to whatever fucking class you have to go and do. Oh, God, never, ever talk to me about the nth term. Never. Anyway, so I really like this logo. CA11, Cardi Ass. And on the back is, 96 pages, Bladen, Seitan, Stroni, and Paginas. Nice, 96 Paginas. Great. Here we go. Again, 2, very satisfying. 96 pages seems to be a standard, I've noticed. But it's a European standard. Because the other ones that we looked at had 96 pages as well. Ooh. How funny. I wonder why 96. It'll be something divisible, I guess. Anyway, these two just have some really nice semi-clear covers. And yeah, they're all very, very nicely put together. Now, these ones, I had to control myself. There were buckets. Like huge torso width buckets full of these old paper recycled exercise books with this lovely painting on the front. Buckets and buckets and buckets of them. They're obviously not been used or something. Was ist Recycling? Die Weiterverwendung in Imle oder Mark benutzer Rohstoffgewinnung neue Produkt. Well, I'm not going to carry on doing that. I don't speak any lick of German. Maybe one day, but I really don't think so. Not of German's fault, of course, but wow. Just slightly yellowed, but see, again, this is very much in my inexcusable department, because what the fuck am I going to use this for? It'll have to be for more of that so-called writing prompt stuff, as I said. I've always got a plan for what I can do. Anyway, so let's have a look. Let's carry on. Now this one, I love the cover of this one. So let me just look inside. Yes, right. So this is not an exercise book. Look at that cover. Oh, that is just fantastic. Oh, it's still got the UK on it. Oh, I miss the EU. Anyway, that's enough politics. Wait, hang on a minute. Wait. I wonder what's this colour separation? Oh my God, is it? Oh shit. Is it early Europe? Right, because wait. How can hang on? I don't think they're going to put a wait. Yeah, because they're yeah. I know that the Scandies were never in. Switzerland isn't. What the fuck is this line leading into? Is this meant to be the communist bloc? Why did I go up at the end of my sentence? No, I can't believe it. I didn't notice this last time. That's really interesting. Because yes, that's separated Germany, isn't it? Oh wow! Whoa! I didn't realise I had some. Well, anyway, let's have a quick look inside. Blank on one side, and it's got one of these. I'm pretty sure are meant to be for businesses and small numbers, which means it's actually double useless. But that's really interesting, huh? Anyway, so right. So in the last video, this brand came up, and I really like their visual design. Look at this. This is very much in my late 90s, 2000s ballpark. Look at that. This is really, and I'm an idiot. It's the subjects. It's school subjects. It might be. See, that's perfect. That's wonderful. So we've got a maple leaf. I'm pretty sure that's a maple leaf. We've got some Greco-Roman guy. Chemistry. I suppose that means it's going to look like physics. That looks like a screenshot from Spore. Oh wait, that's bonds, isn't it? That's chemical bonds. No, or is that depicting the structure of an atom? Let's moving on. That's embarrassing. Pi, an insect, a dragonfly. A rhombus. Title pending, a game which I voice act in, made by the game studio DevBeef. Please go and give it a look, and especially check out the latest game, Dr. Finkelstein's Marvelous Room. A shell. That's meant to be something mathematical, but that reminds me of the mysterious thing these guys dropped in the sea. That amazing computer/clock thing. Anyway. Geometry. The Spore breast circle. Yeah, that's about it. And no, on the back, it's just a really pleasant series of squares. That's really nice. Unfortunately, it is one of these. I wonder what I could use these for. I think probably these would probably be best used for study revision notes for my music stuff. Anyway, we'll see. Right, okay, right, so you know how I said these were for money, aka bookkeeping? Well, these genuinely are. Now, these, I genuinely, again, this was naughty collection. I just got them for the sake of getting them. So these I both got in the Salvation Army and Carnival Wharf, and this it's just cool. Victor Bookkeep. Ooh, something grim on there. Oops. Victor Bookkeeping Journal. So there's where you put all your names and your money and your income and how much you think has been stolen. I worked in a shop. Well, I've worked in a couple of retail places, and very thankfully, I don't think I'll ever have to again. And have you ever been working in retail, especially in like small corner shops? Which are run by a bigger brand like Spar or something. And have you ever been asked by management or your boss to explain where money has gone missing? And you really just want to say, are you implying that I've taken it? Because it was just the most awkward thing where you'd have this end up being asked like, oh, there's 500 missing off the books. Do you know where it's gone? You go, no. Anyway, let's not bring fucking retail bullshit into this nice adventure. A4 analysis book, 3/9 petty cash. This is just lovely. It's beautiful. It's just a really nice, proper little book. W.H. Smith, old W.H. Smith. There is a page missing because I thought I would turn this into a diary because it's so nice, but no, it's not exactly usable for that. This, I don't know what I could use it for really, because obviously it's so limited. I'd considered a scrapbook, but no, because the paper just isn't strong enough, and it would be a real shame to put so much effort into making a pretty scrapbook page and then losing it because it gets ripped out. So that will probably be I know. I think I might save this for my sister when she wants to run her own cafe. Ooh, that's an idea. Anyway, you guys can have the excitement of listening to me put them all back in. But no, anyway, one of these things that I'm trying to find out is interesting things I could do with these all. The number one thing is, of course, that writing prompt idea, where I choose a specific book and I write in stuff that I've written with the writing prompts. But with ADHD, that's not exactly going to be guaranteed to work or happen, so we'll see what happens. Right, this one is an old one of my uncle's, and this one, let's have a look. So on the corner of this file, you have to hold it closed. It's something about a company called Griffin box file, and it says a new approach product. A new approach to having to be taped together. So this blue, this is all tape keeping it together. And I put a cut off from one of my exercise books a long time ago. Not exercise books, study books. Don't worry, it was a print off, one of those awful print offs that photocopies that you can barely see what all of the pages used to be. Right, in here is mostly pads. So let's have a look. So we have a Silverline refill pad, 160 A4 pages. And right, do you remember earlier I said about that Wilko one? I was really happy to see it was the European style squares. Well, this, unfortunately, is actual graph. Which this I bought by accident, and this I really do have. Well, obviously I can just use it as standard writing paper, but it was also just a bit like, oh, bugger, did I really just buy this? Fuck. So actually I should probably start using that up now, because I saw this and one of the things that I did think was, oh, I can use that to plan all my source maps I'm going to make. I have opened Hammer twice and never. I'm sorry, I'd love to, but just never. So yeah, you stay aside. I'll need you. Oh god. Oh. This is why I said that I have a little problem, because when you've got a problem is when you look at stuff and instead of bringing you joy like all the rest has, this just makes you go, oh, fuck off. Another fucking graph pad, because I just couldn't stop myself. And this one is even smaller, which just hurts your eyes, and is like this. And it's, I mean, yes, the other side is plain, so that's fine. That could be used for something, but just, ooh. Oh, I like this though. That's nice. That's very nice. Right, okay. So, yeah. This, oh, by the way, this one is another one. Rainbow Office Supplies, Kendal, Cumbria. I found this in the Kendal charity shop. Another one that hasn't gone very far. Right, now this one is actually very useful. Refill pad, Silverline, 180 A4 sheets plain. And it's just, oh, I took a load out. And then I put them all back in again. Yeah, these are just, really useful. Actually, no, what I want to talk about on this one is, I like how on the other ones you've just got Silverline. Do you see what I mean by different areas of graphic design? So this one looks relatively recent. Whereas this one, why have they put their logo at a huge mysterious slant? That's a Photoshop default thing. I've forgotten which one it is, and it looks like it's flying through a void. It almost reminds me of, I was watching Noah Caldwell Gervais's video on Quake, as in Quake 1, and he really liked one of the DLC secret levels, expansion pack secret levels, where it's just a void. This reminds me of that. That's what we need, the Silverline sponsored Quake multiplayer map pack. Right, okay, and these ones, nothing quite interesting here, just A4 drawing pads, A4 sketch pads. Again, charity shop finds, because these are just really nice to have. And again, it's about the promise. It's about the promise of one day I will draw in all of these. One day I will draw in all of these, and it's very much like, yeah, you keep telling yourself that. I don't mean to talk down about my own ambitions like that. It's just, so many times you start doing stuff and it doesn't work out, and you just have to start making these videos. Is part of building back up that fight against procrastination. Like right now, I thought I wouldn't want to be able to do it. Like 15 minutes ago, I was like, oh shit, it's been recording for 22. So I don't have a good grasp of time, which is why I have a timer right there. Anyway, so I'm going to put those back, but I'm actually going to remember those because I should probably use them more often. Yes, I should actually. Right, we'll put those there then. Right, okay, so now we're getting into potentially, I was about to say naughty territory then, but I don't. There's absolutely nothing naughty about any of this. Let's put that back. Right, okay, so that was all the stuff that I've put away in boxes. This is stuff that I haven't for various reasons. So, this one is very recent. This one I actually used for I got in Macedonia because I wanted a book just so I could write down, and I did. I used quite a lot of writing in this, a lot of places to visit, things to do, what I'd done, and it's just a very, very decent, absolutely nothing wrong with it, high quality produced product. This is the thing about the Balkans, is I'm so glad that nowadays you can, most stuff is it's just like the West. They don't have to have second-rate stuff anymore. Most of their, you know, like just general products shops, it's literally just like being in the West. In the big city, that is. Like, if you go anywhere else, I'm not sure what it'd be like. But yeah, it was really nice just to walk into a shop and be able to. Oh yeah, I do think that looks a bit like a bum. Like, I know it's meant to be like a little tree, but that very much looks like a huge, badly drawn bum with the leg or testicles. Moving swiftly on. Right, this one is I get to put up my hands now. This is not mine. This I'm just storing for the family. Promise. It's just a notebook. It's just an A4 proper little. Oh right, yeah. That is essentially like that's an ancient drawing of mine. I must have opened it up and done a little, you know, like but yeah, it's just a standard lined hardback thingy, which is why this has almost become like a holy grail, because something this precious, a proper little hardback A4 notebook, I don't want to use as a notebook. And as I said, I'm looking after it for family, so if they need it, they can come and get it. But yeah, this is the type of thing where it becomes too precious, so you can't use it, which is just useless. Okay, so now we're going into more recent charity shop finds. New Craze project book. Again, shit, sorry. Oh god, I hope it hasn't just caused an awful sound. Yeah, just a really nice, again, A4 project book with little paper inserts and things, just like before. Oh yeah, and a ruler. A very floppy ruler, which is oh god, oh no, oh thank god I got it back in. Anyway, yes, look, and removable plastic folder / sheet things, really useful. Oh god, I'm so unprofessional. But yeah, really nice. I think actually what I might do is, can you take these out? Yes, you can. How wonderful! You can use it in similar notebooks. That's really cool. Anyway, yeah. Really nice. Hopefully we'll be using these for school. Right, here's what I said about Oxford. Notebook. Just really nice quality notebook. However, I will say, I really don't like all of this stuff. I just really don't like any of this. I mean, I know maybe it is useful, maybe it is good, but just not for me. Really not my thing. Oh my doodles, notes, thoughts. For people who write on both sides of the page. Okay. Epic. For people who write on both sides of the page. What? Oh, it's a study guide. Right, I was about to wonder why is there a calendar in there. Anyway, yeah. Oh, I've just realised this is very similar to the Macedonia books. The Macedonia one also had a little app that they wanted you to use. Interesting. Right. Okay. Oh, do I do these? Actually, no. I'm gonna do some off-camera organising. Okay. So here we're going to get into. Let me just think. Yes. Here's how to do it. These, I am proud of. This was a huge Harry Potter one, which I cut the front cover off, removed the Harry Potter iconography, and even straight up blasted the last of it from the back. Not just for trans rights, but also just because just so obnoxious. Anyway, it's a really nice, it's actually a really nice notebook. It was huge. It was a bloody massive one, about that big. And I have got it all the way down there from writing. What does that say? Hypothermia deaths. Fresco much checkable village. Oh, right, that's to remind me to write something quite scary and interesting about hypothermia, or at least finding people who have perished from it. Right, so this one is on my to use. This is sitting right next to me, so when I get through this one, I will start using this one because it's a really old one. My sister gave me a load of her old notebooks, some of which I have already finished and gone. I am not just a pure hoarder. I do use them, and this one is a perfect example of just. I really like getting them to this point and using them because it's so nice to look at it and go, "Wow, I've used that. I've actually done it." Speaking of we're now going to move on to... Oh, now these are just glorious. Now, do you remember I said I liked pads? Look at that. That used to be a big one. That used to be about that. That's all the way down here. That is satisfying. That is very, very satisfying. What about this one? Now, this one is one of the first I ever started using. And yeah, it's thick. I've still got a long way to go, but wow. It's so... I have written so many game ideas and cool stuff in this one. And just... Oh, it just feels... They're just so lovely to feel and hold and use and being like... They're just like... They're good companions. That's the way to describe it. Didn't Winston Churchill call fish and chips the good companions? I think so. Well, Hugh Tamlin is calling A4 lined sheets and myself the good companions. Anyway, but guess what I've got to use up in the future? A whole Pucker A4 refill pad with a really nice... Oh, look at that. 4 thingied. God, hundreds and hundreds of sheets. Now, if only I had another one. Oh, fuck. Look at that. Oh, it's even bigger. Oh. This sat on my sister's shelf for a whole time in university, and I stared at it and I was like, are you ever going to finish that? And one day she actually brought it back for me. I was like, oh my God, is this for me? Whoa. Look at that. Just glorious. Love you. But yes, hopefully one day I will use them all up. Right, so even if you support my endeavours, there is going to come a time when you'll go, oh, why did you do that? Now, for me, the main thing that it really comes into, I shouldn't have bought that, was some of the more European stuff. And also all the cash analysis books. I don't need those. Barely anyone needs those nowadays. But sometimes you see something that is so good, you have to buy it. And that is what I will probably call my last purchase. I really like... Sorry, I'm just doing some more off-screen organising. Oh my God, this is so glorious. Oh, this makes me so happy. Alright, here we go. I love pucker pads. And I got 2 of these with this iridescent design in... Oh my God, look at that. Almost as big as the actual writing pads, but they're pull-outable as well. Rawr! So, I got 2 of these in British Heart Foundation for... I've taken the tags off now, but I think I got them for about £1.50. And normally these are about £4, or sometimes more. Ryman's can be very much rawr at their prices sometimes. But yeah, really satisfying, really nice to use. But if only... Well, I went in to Cancer Research UK in Lancaster. And Cancer Research are very much, you go in and you go, no, nothing. And you go in another day, nothing. But my word, I found in there... Oh, bugger, all of this build up and I kept some... Right, sorry. I found this. I found it's a weird little rip-off NU. It's only got 3 things. And yeah, I'm just gonna use that up. Sorry. Right, okay, back to our scheduled programming. So I went into Cancer Research UK, and I shit you not, I found not Cancer Research. Yeah, it's Cancer Research. Oh my God, I went into a pucker pad jotter. A pucker pad jotter. Why? What's this? A pucker pad jotter. These were £1 each, but then sat underneath them. So I literally went, I was going like this, I was like, and underneath, guess what I found? wrapped together in plastic, obviously from some kind of giant reselling warehouse, were 3 more pucker pads. Fuck me. It was... Look at that. Oh, divine. Simply divine. I was like... I mean, I'm obviously like, you can make all the like, haha, I'm going to cum jokes, like, but it's not like that. It's more just, yes! Right, let's have a look. Hang on a minute. Okay, so I know some of them are missing pages, but let's have a look. So 1 is 200, right? So 200, 400. Oh, damn it. Sorry, let me get my maths right. Okay. 400. 800. 1,200 pages of pucker pad jotter, and that's not... Oh, right, okay, hang on a minute, wait. So I said 12,000, so now I've got to do... It'll be 1,400, and then 1,600 pages of pucker pad jotter. Let's get this all... Oh my god. Bleeding heck. Look at that. Oh, that is sexy. Oh, that is just absolutely brilliant. But yes, this essentially marked the end of my buying stuff, because you can't top this. You cannot top going into a charity research shop and finding all of these for £1 each. Just, you can't. And the other thing is, of course, I just really do have to start using this stuff up. But yes, that's everything. That is all my pucker pads, all my thingies. That is all my big notebooks. Thank you very much for looking at them with me, and as I've said, I need to get using them. So a last thing before we go, let me go through all the things I could use them for. So obviously is writing down notes, like literally that's what, all the stuff that's on my board and stuff like that. Then of course there's writing, lots and lots of writing. So when I say writing prompts, I have 1-word writing prompts, I have sentences. In fact, please post in the comments, if you've been thinking this whole time, oh, I wonder what he's using for writing prompts, post some of your recommendations. I don't mean the actual writing prompts, I mean where you get them from. Tumblrs, wikis, DeviantArt, well, not really DeviantArt nowadays, especially with all this AI bullshit going down, but yeah, go on, tell me what you think. Tell me what, if you've got any places that you'd recommend, or big lists of them. Anyway, yeah, thank you very much for watching. And hopefully this Zoom H6 recording the audio worked. We will see.
It didn't. Yeah, no, it's not the Zoom H6 fault. It was me. It was recording all of the notebook sounds and not me, because I put it into high sensitivity and the notebooks were in front of it. Whoops. Anyway, thank you for watching.